TJ Productions welcomes you to this special presentation. This TJ Productions special presentation is in collaboration with PAFootballNews.com. PA Football News, we got you covered.
In northeastern Pennsylvania, football is earned. Earned in summer heat, earned in weight rooms, earned on muddy practice fields in October. And for decades, one game has stood above the rest. One final stage for the seniors who gave everything to their schools, their teammates, and their towns. The Unico game, an honor passed down through generations, a game built on tradition, toughness, and pride. Tonight, some of the Wyoming Valley's best take the field for one final time. And leading the way, Brody Spindler. Hailing in from Pittston area, a tank in shoulder pads. Tough, physical, relentless, every yard earned the hard way.
Well, I'm excited to play in it. I really want to show what I can do when I get to college and to be fun to win.
Up front, Max Getze from Wyoming area, often described as big, strong, and most importantly, dominant. The kind of offensive lineman who built his reputation in the trenches where games are won. Nothing but toughness and discipline, and the work that made everybody around him better.
Playing this game, I've been looking forward to this game for a while now, and we're looking to get that win on Thursday, so we're excited and playing offense and defense line, and let's go get it.
Hailing in from one of the Valley's proudest programs, Logan Geske from Dallas, a complete football player and a player who represents everything Dallas football has been built on for years. And tonight, he puts that jersey on one last time.
Feels great. I mean, going out with all my friends again, especially a bunch of kids from the other teams that I kind of been around and talked to. Feels great. It's going to be a great opportunity.
Different schools, different journeys. Tonight, these seniors become part of a tradition forever. The 75th Unico game, a NEPA tradition.
Hello, everybody. Wilkes-Barre Area Wolfpack Stadium, home of the 75th annual Unico game, and also home to the Wilkes-Barre Area Wolfpack, who have been fantastic this year. Hi, everybody. EJ Samuel in the booth, alongside a Unico game alumni, Jake Mills. It is good to be here.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here. This is phenomenal. New venue this year, too. First time playing at this beautiful facility here in Plains. I love it. It's incredible.
It's been fantastic. As the players are lining up and doing the pregame festivities, just a couple of things. We got to thank some people, go over to what really is going on with this game. First and foremost, want to thank PAFootballNews.com, which we are broadcasting in conjunction with tonight. PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. Also, want a big shout out to CWTAP TV, which you can watch this game on right now.
Also on there right now.
CWTAP television, really local television. Continuing on with some of our other sponsors, just want to thank Safer Sports, who are safer through science, and Leading Edge Fundraising, which is cutting edge fundraising built for teams to raise more. And Jake, this is one heck of a game we've got going on. Let's go on between the Miners and the Pioneers. Let's talk about the Miners first, because it's just been fantastic. The big story, Jake Howe says he's going to play today. The quarterback who has broken multiple records, including being the Wyoming Valley Conference all-time passing leader, 7,411 passing yards, 75 touchdowns. Jake, the kid is unstoppable.
That's an incredible career. Jake Howe's played for the Wolfpack for the last 4 years, and that's just phenomenal. That's insane stats. He's also the Wyoming Valley Conference passing leader now. He broke that this year. There were some question marks whether he was going to play or not because Wilkes-Barre area just wrapped up their game against Hazleton in the 6A baseball championship. So Howe is also a multi-sport athlete, very great baseball player as well. Unfortunately, I think the Wolfpack did lose that game, but Jake Howe will be playing in this game tonight.
Or so he says, so we will see if he does make it here. Looking out there, a little bit of a sun glare today.
Yeah,
that might be one of
that
the
on us
issues.
right now.
That's probably one of the issues we'll deal with today, but not that big of a deal concerning a very, very great, beautiful day. And it's not wet, it's not rainy, and they've got turf. And one thing for running backs is the weather, and we've got a running back on this team, Tymir Wilkerson, who's going to play D1 FCS ball at New Hampshire. He is a beast, Jake.
Oh, he's phenomenal. Broke multiple school records at Berwick, and you know how historic of a program
Absolutely,
Berwick is.
yes.
For him to break 3 of them, very impressive. He broke one on defense, too.
Yes.
Most tackles in a single game with 23.
And the kid knows how to do coverage, Jake, and honestly, they're gonna need him to really produce tonight.
Absolutely.
And then you know what? It doesn't always work out without your offensive line, which one could argue, as an offensive lineman, one of the most important parts of a football team. And Max Getze, who we mentioned in the intro, was just dominant all season for Wyoming area, and you can talk to that.
Yeah, I was going to say, Getze's a big kid. He's going on to play PSAC football at East Stroudsburg, and a big reason why Nick Champy had the season he had. Nick Champy, it's actually funny, he's a soccer player, and he ended up having a stellar season with the Wyoming Area Warriors this past year, won the Falcone Award in the annual Pittston Area Wyoming Area rivalry game, which I got to watch live. As Pittston Area alum, that wasn't the best game to watch, but Champy looked fantastic. And I think a big contributor to him being able to go make those big plays is obviously Big Max Getze, standing at 6'5", want to say in the 270 range, right?
Yeah, big kid.
Really big kid.
Big kid. And that is what the Miners bring to the table. They are consisting of schools such as Wyoming area, Wilkes-Barre area, Berwick, Hanover area, Holy Redeemer, Tunkhannock, and Greater Nanticoke area. But they've got to play somebody, am I right?
Yeah.
And in come the Pioneers with a little bit interesting of a roster, a lot of question marks, but no question marks at the running back position. Brody Spindler, like we explained in the intro, a tank in shoulder pads, and let's just be real here, 4-year varsity starter, also a district wrestling champion. He's a strong boy.
Oh, yeah, and I can even attest to that because I actually played with Brody Spindler. I was a senior. He was a freshman. He was a rotational offensive lineman for us at Pittston area in 2022. Could you believe that?
At this point, nothing surprises me.
The
kid just does everything.
Yeah.
He does absolutely everything, and it is said, at least right now, that his quarterback, one of his teammates, Paulie Ferrantino, but he's going to be throwing to Dylan Geske of Dallas. I can speak as Logan Geske, his brother Dylan Geske, also fantastic, but Logan Geske, that's the Dallas in me. Everybody knows everybody. But Logan Geske, we all know. Fantastic. 9 touchdowns, but 594 receiving yards this season. Just been great.
Oh, yeah, he's just a playmaker. He's a guy that Dallas relied on through, they had some of those tough times. They were in a bit of a rut this season. They were 1-5 at one point, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
Something like that. And then they went on that 6-game win streak. I was able to cover 2 of those games, one of them being up at Valley View and the other one at North Pocono. And I believe we're doing the national anthem right now. Sorry to cut myself off.
We are, in fact, going to go to the national anthem and more action to follow. But for right now, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back with more action from the 75th Unico game.
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PAFootballNews and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
Circle W Sports is the complete all-in-one platform for high school sports, designed by former athletes, coaches, and athletic directors. Circle W Sports gives school and team personnel an easier solution to run their entire athletic departments with the help of these features. League Manager makes creating master schedules a breeze. Configure your divisions, build schedules, track league all-stars, and much, much more. Referee Manager helps assign and track game officials in the same platform. And with RefPay, your officials can get paid within hours instead of days or weeks. Enjoy live scoring and statistical services through our Performance Tracker and Stat Tracker apps. Learn how to track your workout or camp and combine statistics in real time. Then create any type of report after your results are tallied. The Stat Tracker app helps keep your fans involved, whether they are in the stands or at home, with live in-game stats. For more information, visit CircleWSports.com, the official online platforms of PA Football News and the PSFCA Big 33.
My name is Carlos Bradley. I'm a former NFL player and currently chairman of Safer Sports. What is Safer Sports? We are a soft shell technology company. Our product, the Safer Helmet Cover, has been tested at Virginia Tech Helmet Lab and is proven to reduce the risk of concussion by as much as 77%. So if you have a youth league, a high school or college, and you want to be safer, get in touch with safersports.com.
And we are back after a great national anthem sang by Sammy McClough. Of course, now referees making their way to center here, midfield, as we call it, as things start ramping up. Jake, this is a very exciting game. You talk about your experience because you played in this game a couple of years ago. Just talk about your experience because I know you've got many stories to tell.
Yes, I do actually. Yeah, this is a great experience. You know, it's actually my favorite part was building bonds with guys that I played against, even the guys from Wyoming area, because back when I played, Pittston area and Wyoming area were on the same team. Could you believe that? I mean, Dallas and Lehman are both on the Pioneers, but Pittston area and Wyoming area were on the same team when I played. And you would think, you know, that's not a good thing. That's your rival. But made friends with the guys. Made friends with a lot of guys. Guys from Redeemer, guys from Lake Lehman. Tons of guys that I even still talk to this day.
Right.
It's going to be 3 years ago now.
Right.
So, Unico, you build a bond, and it's just a great experience. It's an honor to play in an all-star game. That's how I look at it.
Absolutely.
They chose me to play in a game with, you know, like this. It's incredible. It's an incredible honor. All these kids should be very grateful and honored that they have the opportunity to do this.
Yes, and they say that it is the best of the best of all these seniors. And I think the big story that we talked about, Jake, especially in the intro, was the fact that some of these kids are going to, because we talked about some of the college, the people moving on to college ball, but then there are some people who are putting this jersey on. This is the last time they'll play high school football. And I just think that that's so important because if you have ever played a high school sport, Jake, which you and I both have, and you remember that last time you put on a high school jersey, and it's there's a lot of emotion involved, and for it to be in an honorable fashion like this game, I think that speaks volumes of the type of athletes we're about to see tonight.
Absolutely.
Continuing on, just to want to thank a couple more people. Big shouts to StreamYard. StreamYard is what we have relied on for so long. So a big shout to StreamYard. Stream better, grow faster, and you can also use the link in the bio this broadcast. You get $10 off your purchase or one or more premium plans. You also want to thank our friends at Nipa Yinzer. If you want unfiltered Pittsburgh sports content, the Nipa Yinzer YouTube channel is, in fact, the place to go. I'm hearing a Season 2 of Varsity Venture Tour coming out very, very soon. We were talking to them earlier in our meeting before this game. Now, as everybody gets ready to go and kind of settles in, Jake, we just want to go over a couple of things. First, for this minors roster, I see a lot of guys going to college on the flip side of things. Obviously, we talked about Tymir Wilkerson going to New Hampshire, but Jake Howe says he will play, and regardless, he's going to Lock Haven.
I was going to say he's playing some big-time PSAC football out at Lock Haven. Yeah, we were kind of unsure at the end of last season whether he was going to go with baseball or football, but he ended up sticking with the pigskin, and he will be playing at Lock Haven.
All right, so it looks like things are going to get set here. Now, I am more than honored, Jake, to start this broadcast off with you. What do you say? Are you ready for some football?
Oh, I'm ready.
Well, it's time to play some football here as players have lined up. It will be the Miners kicking off to the Pioneers. Set and ready to go here. We are underway at Wilkes-Barre Stadium. Ball through the back of the end zone. No return here, Jake, and they will bring this ball out. Offense takes the field.
Do we see Jake Howe?
Where is he?
That is what we were looking for as we speak.
We are actually looking for this guy. This guy plays such a difference in this game that I don't even imagine having that much of an impact. That we're looking for one specific person.
One specific guy, right?
That means big time.
And it appears that
we're gonna see him now.
It appears
do not
have Jake Howe. Not Jake Howe.
There's a run right up to the right side, and all right, so looks like run early for the Miners.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, without a, if Jake Howe's not out there, that's kind of what he had to resort to.
I see him in now. They must have switched because he is now under center. And there he goes. He's going to throw. Now he's going to scramble. Has a little bit of time. Completes that pass up the sideline. Out of bounds at around the 40. That complete to Jordan Keselowski. One of his teammates.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to see a lot of Wolfpack connection here. It's going to be very, very good for them. Home field, home quarterback, Gambitsky and Underwood as well. That helps a lot.
So 1st and 10, a completion to extend the drive, something that the Wilkes-Barre Wolfpack have been used to all season. 11:21 here, rolling clock. 1st and 10 from the 40. He's going to take the snap, run just over the 45. And I believe that's going to be Nick Champy, so we're going to see him now.
He's going to get utilized in a lot of different ways tonight. He will be used in pass situations, run situations. He's just an athlete. Big reason why those Susquehanna Riverhawks picked him up.
2nd and 4. Howe starting to move around here and bark a couple of orders as he is the field general that he is. And we will see what he does. 10:38 running clock, 2nd and 4. This pass, little overthrown, a little too high. He was looking for his teammate Creech. Could not quite get it. But again, this first drive, and we've talked about this many, many times before, but you and I, Jake,
yes.
First drives in football games are very difficult because you're trying to establish yourself while also trying to feel out what's going on the other side.
Absolutely, and also in games like this, you're not practicing because when you're in the season, you're practicing with the same guys for 10 weeks straight. It's just a week.
Well, let's see if that 1 week does them any good. 3rd and 4, they are going to go on the ground. And who else but Devon Underwood? They're going to get 4. Brings up 4th and 1. 10:18 rolling clock here.
Curious of what we're going to see here.
Howe back out on the field, so
I was going to say they're definitely going to go for it. I'm just curious of what type of formation and play we're going to see. Okay.
2 men in the back here, field. Howe going to try and scoot this one over the line. He looks like he's going to reach and grab that.
As I say, you can rely on Howe to use his feet as well. I was wondering if they were going to have him do a little quick screen pass or have him run up the middle because he can.
He absolutely can, because not only was he fantastic in the air, but on the ground, they had. I mean, you saw in that playoff game against Williamsport this past year, whatever they did to try and stop him, he would just do the opposite. He was unstoppable in that game. And now 1st and 10 from the 48. Howe going to take a shot downfield. He's got a man and nearly intercepted by Preston Sniski.
So you're going to have to take some shots here.
They are going to have to take shots. That one.
You got the personnel to do it. You got your quarterback to come. You got to take shots like
it
that.
Was intended for, yet again, his teammate in Kayvon Creech, who's going to go run track in college.
Yes,
he's a fast kid.
Tiffin University, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I believe so, yes. Tiffin University. He's running track. He's obviously a fast kid.
Very much so. I've seen him run before.
This clock is running. 9:26 now. Ooh, a little bit of a fumble on the snap, but Howe picks it up. He's going to still find a time to throw. Pass is incomplete, goes out of bounds. That was intended for Jordan Keselowski. Not to be mistaken with the race driver Keselowski. Not even spelled the same way. That. That's the NASCAR in me.
Fan in you.
Brings up 3rd and 10. That incompletion does. And they will, I would assume, look to throw here. It looks like, yes, it looks like that is what they're going to do. They are going to have a man in the backfield. Suns in my eyes can't quite tell who it is, but regardless, of course, they're going to throw. Gets out, Deeks one, gets another, and scrambles. Does he get the first down? I'm not quite sure.
Yep, he's going to be, first down.
They are going to give it to him.
That was a nice run. I mean, like I already said, the versatility on Jake Howell is why I think it's great for the Miners to have him because, obviously there were some question marks with the baseball game. It's good that they're going to have him because not only can he throw the deep shot, he is very good on his feet, and we're seeing that very early on here in this game.
And it's always good to have a dual-threat quarterback, and that's what Ciro Cinti's got to be thanking his lucky stars for.
Absolutely, and he gets to coach his 4-year quarterback for the last time in a game like this. How about that?
Well, there's not much more of an honor than that. Ooh, a weird snap. And that ball is out, and it looks like the Pioneers are going to have that ball. Sure does. Tim Moore of Dallas, the Mountaineer, pounces on the play and comes up with that ball, a change of possession.
Oh, that's a big momentum killer there. A bad snap kills everything. You can have a lot of bad things happen. You don't convert on 4th down. You throw a pick. But a bad snap like that kills momentum.
It's demoralizing.
It is demoralizing. This is great positioning here for the Pioneers as well. I like this because a lot of Pittston area playmakers on this team.
All right, now for the Pioneers, under center going to be Paulie Ferrantino, which I'm not Italian, but I felt Italian when I said that, and he knows how to move. So let's see what he can do here. Ferrantino takes a snap flag on the play. Let's take a look and see what this is going to do. Looks like they'll get a false start there. And this is working all the kinks out of the hose first.
Yep.
You know,
I mean, we saw it even early on with the Miners too, a little bit.
And absolutely. And so again, first drive, shaking off everything and getting ready to go. 1st and 15 now. 8:38. Clock is stopped now. Might be the first time I've ever seen the clock stop.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like, because this first quarter is flying.
I would say they must be doing it like a mercy rule clock almost, where they stop it on penalties and touchdowns.
Well, they're going to run the ball and keep it on the ground.
There's Jaden Scapalis
and
Lake Lehman.
Yes, and we've seen Jaden Scapalis. What a bright spot for that Lake Lehman Knight team.
Oh, my goodness. Incredible. Such a hard runner, you know. Nice frame to him as well. He just, you know, great running from him this past year for the Black Knights.
It's been fantastic so far. And honestly, what I'm seeing on this Miners roster, I'm going to see a lot of ground. I'm going to see a lot of ground game.
Yes.
All right, so now 2nd and 11, 7:58 to go. Going to fake the handoff and go the other way to a different man. That is Geske.
Yes, Geske.
And we've seen Geske do that before.
Yes. And it almost took you out the one game.
Yeah. that is a great story. That is a great story. almost right in front of my alma mater, the whole crowd. Everybody's like, hey, how are you? And then he just comes in and he's like, hi, I'm going to take out and delete your knees.
That's a great clip, by the way.
It's a great clip. 3rd and 7 here, 7:17 running clock. As the Pioneers try to move this ball. Ferrantino going to fake the handoff, looking for an option to throw. Hucks it up in the air out of bounds. So that will stop the clock, bring it to 4th down. 7:04 on the clock, 4th and 7. What do? Do they kind of just lay the cards on the table, or do they punt? Because we saw a lot of guts.
In games like this, I think you kind of have to go for it, but it appears they will not be doing that. Good move there by Coach Paul Russick. It's Unico game, but you don't want to,
Nah.
That's 4th and 7.
Now we did see a lot of guts the last 3 years where people just not punting.
Yeah.
But they punt this time, and it's pretty decent punt actually inside the 10, and going to be returned. Here's Kevon Creech. He knows how to do this, and he's got gets past another guy and stomp at about the 42-yard line.
And there's that speed. There's that Creech speed right there.
That's what we've seen from him all season, and he was a fantastic return man when they've needed him as well.
I say the Miners and Coach Cynthia are going to be utilizing him quite a bit in that regard.
So back on the field are the Miners. We'll see what they do this time. Last time they were stopped dead in their tracks after a pretty time-consuming drive off of a bad snap.
I was going to say, they had some momentum going, though. They had a good amount of the run game was going well. Howe was moving well on his feet. That bad snap just killed it all.
Well, we will see what they do. 1st and 10 from the 42. Howe under center to a guy next to him and a guy behind. He's going to run this ball. Got to get about a yard or 2. That is Trustin Johnson going to Seton Hill to play college ball.
We have a lot of PSAC commits here. Lots of PSAC football being played, and that is great college football.
It's great college football.
One of the best conferences in all of Division II.
And we will see now if they continue to keep it on the ground or if they say, all right, Jake, chuck it. We will see.
We might get to that point.
6:13 running clock now from the 45. This is a toss to the side and run up for a couple of yards. Goes out of bounds at around midfield.
Utilizing a lot of Trustin Johnson tonight, which I'm liking that.
He has been a multi-tool for them at Wyoming area.
I agree.
I mean, he can catch the ball. He's fast. He can run the ball. I mean, if they wanted to run a fake with him, they absolutely could.
Absolutely. I'd say he's one of those guys that you can rely on to run a play like that. Him and Champy. Wyoming area had those two athlete-style players.
The old 1-2 punch, and
yes,
with
sir.
5:30 running clock here at 3rd and 3, we will continue on with the drive for the Miners. Snap to Hal, fakes it one way and goes the other. Kevon Creech around the side, beats one man. Going to easily get the first down and more, way more. And there's the speed of Kevon Creech.
The Miners, they got lucky with this roster with the fact of how many versatile athletes they have. Creech, Champy, Johnson, Underwood, Gambitsky, Howe even.
It's scary to think about what this Miners roster, granted they keep the schools together and they don't switch schools to different teams, what this team's going to look like next year. Like it's going to be insane.
Yes.
With the kids coming in from Tunkhannock and Hanover and obviously Wilkes-Barre and Wyoming area, Berwick always bring guys. Nanacoke always has that one skill guy that is just ridiculous. And the Pioneers obviously have things as well, but the Miners schools together is wild. Gonna check the ball. Howe completes this one to about the 25.
That was Creech again.
They'll take a yard off, but he doesn't need it. They're moving the ball anyway, and that is Creech again. 4:28 moving clock. Still nothing.
See, I think we would have had a score if that bad snap didn't happen. I mean, keep referring to that because, like I said, that kills
drives.
Yeah.
Absolutely does. So 1st and 10, Jake Howe this time trying to look past that last drive, which was going well. And this one is too, and he's going to keep it going well. There's Trustin Johnson again, right into the pile. Flung around a little bit, but nothing terrible.
Yeah, they've been using him quite a bit. I like that.
I got to say, I really, really love. It's the first time in the many years that I remember a band here at the Unico game. So big shouts to the Wolfpack band, Wilkes-Barre area, showing out. And I got to give props to Wilkes-Barre area right now. From where they were with the merger, and the first year it was completely weird and all that stuff. Now they're together, the band's together, the football teams have all seamlessly combined. Everything is great. So big shouts to Wilkes-Barre, and they've got a great facility as well. Worth noting, as this play is going to continue, Howe's going to fling this one to the end zone. Does he have a shot? It is caught, but is it in bounds? They say no.
I'm going to think no.
I will tell you, I see Tyler Nunziata, the Wyoming area offensive lineman, was talking with the medical staff. He went off for a little bit. He is back on now. So
I was going to say, I saw him over there.
Going to be interesting to see how that shapes up as we now are faced with 3rd and 6 for the Miners. Of course, as this game goes on, Jake, you're going to start seeing these defenses get a little bit more raw.
Definitely.
And I'm expecting that here. Quick pass by Howe. A little high, though. Out of bounds. Intended for Kayvon Creech. That's been the trend so far.
Yeah. Well, I kind of figured so. I knew Howe would be thrown to his guys. That was a given.
And continuing on here, just under 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Scoreless so far, but it might not stay that way. Looks like there's going to be a timeout. We're going to take a chance to get a sip of water as it is a little warm right now. We will be back with the rest of the first quarter on the 75th Unico game next on TJ Productions.
I would recommend becoming an official because you can feel like you're a part of a sport that you love.
We officiate for the athletes and for the sport that we love, and so as long as you keep them first, then it's going to be a great experience.
So the money I've made from officiating for the past few years, I put all that money into savings to pay to finish my college education. In 6 months, when I complete that, I will not be in any debt.
Officiating the state championship and getting that call to officiate the state championship was an emotional thing for me, just because of what I've been through, the ups and downs, and getting that call really meant a lot to me. Sometimes I see student athletes that I officiated years and years and years ago, and they say, "Man, you did a great job. Thanks for everything you've done."
Wilkes-Barre area, right on time for the play to start. This was 4th and 6. He's going to knock this to the end zone. Is it caught? Did he get 2 toes in? They say he did not get 2 toes in. So, it was a gutsy call, and it really would have worked out if it was just not for about a couple of inches.
Yeah, that's all it was. That's it.
Maybe 2. So the ball goes to the Pioneers now.
Solid drive, though, from the Miners.
I agree. And I would also say that I thought the Pioneers' first drive was okay considering all of the circumstances. And I like what I saw from Paulie Ferrantino.
Yeah, no, I did too. I think he looked really good. I feel like they're going to utilize a lot more of a running style offense, get Geske involved, get Spindler obviously involved, but Paulie Ferrantino had himself a solid year for the Patriots, so I think they're going to rely on him a little bit too.
He absolutely did, and we will see more of him now as he's going to hand this ball off right to the outside. Lots of real estate there, and in way more than a first down there. There's our boy from Lake Lehman, Jaden Skipalis, who has been great, and Skip with a hop, skip, and a jump to a first down there.
I like that. Yeah, I say Scapalis, like we said, big bright spot for the Black Knights this past year. Just runs the ball hard. Just hard runner.
And I will be honest with you, Skip is one of the most. He's very serendipitous, a very nice kid to talk to. He is a pleasure. And it looks like they're going to go back to the well. Scapalis again. Not quite a first down, but pretty darn tootin'. And it's going to be 2nd and 3.
Well, maybe I was mistaken because I said they might utilize Paulie Ferrantino a little more. It looks like they're sticking with that run game, and it's working with Scapalis right now.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what they've been saying for many years. 2nd and 3. $1:50 to go, running clock. We still have yet to see a score in this game, but if the Pioneers continue to go like this, they could be the first ones. So now it looks as if the Pioneers will, again, they are just continuing on with that ground game. And this is going to obviously be the theme of their offense.
Absolutely.
A guy like Ferrantino, you could do a couple of things, but if you've got the backs, why not? Spindler and Scapalis both. As that is Brody Spindler, the tank in shoulder pads.
I think we need to keep saying that all night. That was a great line.
It is fantastic, and we need to. I'm going to say it as many times as I possibly can. Say it with my chest. Under a minute, actually, as a matter of fact, you blink and now there's 35 seconds running clock. So looks like we're getting into the end of this first quarter, and it is 2nd and 5. Geske on the outside. I do like this, but still 2 backs. And, of course, they give it again. Not really going to go too far. That was Spindler on the carry. He got tripped up right around the knees. He goes down. He does. Are they going to give him credit for a yard even? I don't think they will. They will say no gain. 3rd and 5 now. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
Yes, it is. Very run-heavy game so far, which I didn't really expect, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, and to be honest with you, scoreless, I didn't see that coming either. But lots of action, lots of room for scoring coming up very soon as the band plays us out. We will be back with second quarter action next on TJ Productions.
This is Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions. And we're proud to serve you, Hanover area, and all of District 2.
Thank you for calling Promises Internet Service. Please remain on the line. Due to high call volume around the world, it's likely you'll be on hold for, well, over an hour.
Get faster speeds for less money than the national companies at CenterWisp in Central Pennsylvania. CenterWisp is your fast local internet provider. For more information, go to centerwisp.com. That's
The Cobalt Plus headset system delivers proven performance along with more users, more flexibility. That's why coaches across Pennsylvania trust Cobalt Plus. CoachCom makes tough headset systems for tough teams. We build headsets to help teams win. Call or click to learn more about Cobalt Plus from the proven leader in football communications.
And we are back, second quarter, about to get underway on a 3rd and 5. And, of course, Spindler gets us started. We want to thank our sponsors. And for this quarter, it is Safer Sports. Safer through science. Now, continuing on, already, they find themselves in a good position. The Pioneers do it 4th and 1, and they're on the other side of the field. So, moving.
Yeah. Moving the ball well, like I said, surprisingly a run-heavy game so far. You know, Spindler and Scapalis both, playing a big role for the Pioneers.
And again, we did mention how Spindler was 4-year varsity starter, and even as a freshman, went in as a rotational guy. They knew immediately that he could fit the role. And they will go back to him to fit the role again.
And
Obviously.
the first down. I mean,
Obviously.
tank
and
and shoulder pads.
It's automatic. Tank and shoulder pads. We've been saying it all night. We're going to continue to say it. And by the way, not only a great athlete, what a good kid that kid is. I mean, he's going to go off. He earned himself a drink of water, especially with what has happened on this drive so far. Hoping that it doesn't stall. They don't want to give the ball back to Jake Howe without points on the board.
Because it looks like we even saw in that last drive, the Miners kind of figured it out a little bit. They got themselves. They ruffled the kinks out.
And it is only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time until he starts showing that Wyoming Valley Conference passing leader ability.
So now what will we see from Ferentino? Going to go to Skip Palace, who gets out of one and breaks another. Going to go to the left side. He's got a lot of real estate. And down he goes.
There's that big frame I'm talking about.
Inside the 25.
That's the big frame I'm talking about right there. Get out of a play like that. That is exactly what I'm talking about with Skip Palace.
That will be a first down, naturally. And it will take place from, I believe, the 26. Yes, the scoreboard is just updated. It is the 26-yard line. And that is why Lehman did what they did. They were able to win some really close, tough games, especially that one at Tunkhannock.
Yes,
was really able to do. Back to the run game again. Not a lot of throwing from Ferentino I see so far.
I said it at the beginning when we came back from a break at the timeout. I said I was expecting a little bit more, but they're really going run heavy. And like you said, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, right? And that is exactly what the Pioneers and Coach Russick are doing.
Absolutely. So continuing on here, 9 minutes about, and 2nd and 5. I got to say, these defenses have really shown out as well. These secondaries, both of these secondaries are great.
Let's say just great athletes overall. I mean, you have the speed in the receiver room. Obviously, naturally, you're going to have some good DBs as well.
Ferentino takes a snap. Naturally goes to his teammate. It is Spindler. He'll get ahead. A small gain. Brings up 3rd down. 8:30 running clock, too. So, again, these quarters are, I'm telling you, I feel like it's going real fast.
It's going pretty fast.
Lot of game on the ground, which helps. And we will see. 3rd and 5. And what will they do at 3rd and 5? And will they be forced at some point to let Ferentino fling one?
If that Miners defensive line starts getting to him, they might have to.
It is going to be, Geske on a weird carry play. And he'll go forward.
In the backfield.
And even on a miscue, they got pretty decent yardage. And at 4th and 4, they've got an opportunity to do something. Are they gonna kick right now? Looking like they might.
Looks like
or will they try another funky play to just try and get the extra 4 yards?
And you know what? If they're going to try any funky plays, this is the game to do it.
Time and game to do it. That, like we said before, you don't want to give Jake Howe any opportunity to get the ball and go down and score.
Absolutely not.
Because it's hard to dig out. Once he starts digging you into a hole, you can't. It's very hard to get out of the hole.
This little single back formation here.
And it looks like a flag out.
And that will be a neutral zone infraction.
Yep, somebody made a boo-boo. Not sure who it was. Actually, I thought I saw a couple kids move.
It looked like the 2 defensive tackles there. That being in better eyesight than me, EJ. What we'll be looking at.
It looks. Hold on.
Is that
outside one of them? I thought I saw L'Annunziata move.
I believe he's out there. Yes,
The
L'Annunziata.
sun is absolutely killing us. It's great. The weather is wonderful. It was rainy a couple of years ago. I love these games with the sun. And I'm sure that Skipalis does too, as he's able to do a couple shimmy and shake moves and move forward there. Already, look at 6:30 to go already. Wow. This game is moving. Lots of ground game means lots of running clock. That's what we're seeing. Yes. This could be a low-scoring game unless offenses start to make huge splash plays. It just seems like both offenses, Jake, are starting to just chip away a little bit.
I agree, yeah. And I think the big thing with that is, obviously they're utilizing the run game. Both of them are.
Pretty decent crowd here for the Unico game as well. And they're going to get to see Skipalis move this one right up the middle.
Nice run there by Skipalis. Little shimmy shake move there to hit the hole. I like that.
Yes, and first time that we will say first and goal, and it is for the Pioneers.
Took us
a
whole quarter and more, and some.
But we made it, and that's exactly what the Pioneers are saying right now. Yes. We made it. Let's cash in. They've got 4 opportunities here. First and goal, and the ball's not even on the 10. It's on the 4, so even better for them. 5 minutes, 20 seconds running clock to go here. Color me shocked if they go on the ground here. Let's see who they run with. I see Spindler. I see Skipalis. And I also see Will Hebda. They're going to move that forward. And he is in. Touchdown for the Pioneers. And we've got ourselves the seal being broken. It's going to be 6-0. And who else, of course, but Brody Spindler.
Yeah. Well, I think that was a great play call there because you put both Skipalis and Spindler in the backfield because you just had 2 or 3 plays in a row where Skipalis ran the ball, throws the defense off a little bit. You don't know who it's going to. And those are 2 very solid running backs. Defensively for the Miners, that's a tough one to stop.
Absolutely. Field goal. Up. It is it good, says the PA announcer, and then he says it is good. So 7-0, Pioneers. Brody Spindler, the main man, gets us in for the first score of the game, and it is, again, 7-0 here at Wilkes-Barre Stadium. We're going to run a quick spot, and we will be right back.
This is Jared Samuel from PAFootballNews.com. We are proud to serve the Wyoming area Warriors and all of District 2.
And we're back 7-0 Pioneers, 5:02 to go. They strike blood first. Jake, what did you see on that drive? Because I saw a lot of Brody Spindler and Jaden Skipalis.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. That's pretty much all I saw, too. A solid run game effort there by the Pioneers. And, they ran Skipalis, and he had that big gain. They kind of just ran with it, And, again, I'm expecting to see maybe a little bit of Paulie Ferrantino later in the game. But now, after that drive, I think we're going to see a little Spindler Skipalis just back-to-back. Double-edged sword.
And once they pad things enough, which is the plan here, you might see Ferrantino start to shine, which he has, by the way, has done a very good job managing the offense out there because That's what you do as a quarterback. You're not just throwing the ball. People tend to overlook the fact that you are managing the whole offense.
Right, and that's the big thing with it. Everyone just probably everyone that watched that drive, even myself a little bit, you see that and it's like, oh yeah, well the run game is killing it. It's Brody and Jaden Skipalis. But the main man running all that, making sure that all goes well, is Paulie Ferrantino, your quarterback.
And they are set to kick it away back to the Miners. And we've got some sort of return as he's down over the 30-yard line. Couple big blocks there. Some kid got pancaked. I don't even know who that was.
I saw a couple on the last kickoff, too, the one before the drive.
Colt Van Orden absolutely lit somebody up on that return.
Well, Dallas.
Wow.
Little Dallas action there.
Yes.
From Van Orden.
And the Van Ordens, a football family in Dallas.
Yes, they are.
Back to the days of the 80s. Fun fact: graduated with PFN's very own Jared Samuel, the
J-Man.
J-Man.
Really?
Back in 1989.
That's why I like games like this, because you can throw out fun facts.
We can throw fun facts, so we love doing that out here. Okay, to the field now. Jake Howe, the man of the hour, who, again, over 47 games, has 75 touchdown passes and over 7,400 yards, and he's going to fling one. Whoa. Big arm there, way overthrown.
A little too much on that one.
Way overthrown, but proving, hey, guys, I'm loaded and I'm ready to go.
Let's say that's a tall tale sign to show his arm power there. Going to keep the Pioneers secondary on their feet a little bit.
And you know what? I think it's good that we also highlight Jake Howe didn't just do everything by himself. This Wilkes-Barre team won playoff games, did some stuff like that, but wasn't just Jake Howe. It was Davon Underwood and Trayvon Jambitsky, who have just been fantastic. Both of them over 300 yards and combined for 20 total touchdowns. So surely that is a testament. As this pass is completed, and it is Kayvon Creech.
I feel like out of all the guys we just mentioned, Creech has been used pretty much this whole time. It's been Howe to Creech.
It is, if you're familiar with something, obviously you're going to go with it.
I kind of expected that, especially with the home field, your head coach, the quarterback, three of your top athletes right there, Creech, Underwood, and Gambitsky. That's to be expected.
Well, I'm very pleasantly surprised with the amount of offense that we've seen from both sides here.
Yeah, no, me too. And I love the run game, too. As a former lineman, I love to see that.
Yes, and we are going to continue with this run game, but not from a running back. That's Jake Howe, the quarterback, and he's going to get a first down, a true masterclass.
Oh, I like I've said, just fantastic how versatile he is.
He's been fantastic so far. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe will be one day we will be talking about him like the long line of people who have played in this game in the past. You look at guys like Rocket and Quadri Ishmael, Raiders, Ravens, both one of them went to Syracuse, one to Notre Dame. You look at Bo Orlando, who, by the way, is working for Berwick now.
Yes, Berwick legend Bo Orlando.
Went to WVU. Quentin Harris, who I believe played for the Cardinals. Skrepnak, we got a chance to talk to him. Yes. Greg Skrepnak went to GAR, played in this game. Who knows? We may see some of those players right in front of us right now. Jake Howe, nice fire over to Creech, and digs a little deeper in the well. Not quite a first down, but gets about half the job done.
Yeah, they're just a little tripped up there. I don't know who had the tackle on that, but
it is, regardless, good to again, just keep picking away. And now I will tell you, I'm still looking and seeing Tyler Nunziata getting worked on. He is definitely getting worked on. So it looks like he may be returning to the game a little delayed. He's getting a little bit of tape as well.
Pad issues. He might have had to tape up a shoulder or something and trying to get his pads back on the right way.
Here is the run to the man of the hour, Davon Underwood, who, again, another Wilkes-Barre guy that Howe's going to go to, and he knows he'll get it done.
Right. As I say, he's relying on his guys, which I like.
2:14 running clock here. Obviously, this is a little bit slower pace of a game, but still very, obviously, high talent level. And I'm seeing that. I got to be honest with you, though. The Pioneers' defense has not gotten a lot of credit from me, and you know what? They deserve it. 110%. Here's a pass. That is caught. Gets around one man, and down goes Jordan Kislowski, who we saw a little bit in that first quarter, and now has made an appearance on offense again.
Yep.
And again, the clock runs.
We're going to get to a point in these games, and it usually happens. We're going to see a lot of different guys get rotated through in the second half. First half, you have a lot of your guys play. A lot of the big-name guys, coaches want to play their kids that they coached. But we're going to see a lot of rotation come later in the game. We'll see a lot of the guys on our roster get in. And even so, defensively, they've been rotating both teams. Big part of this game.
So Howe lines up again. He's got help in the backfield, but he's got 2, 3, 4 wide receivers now. 3 on the bottom, 1 on top, and naturally he's throwing. There's a dart over the middle, caught inside the 5. What a fantastic catch in traffic.
Beautiful catch.
It is Keselowski.
Great throw by Howe. That was just a textbook pass play right there. That's as good as it gets.
And that is why he is going to play college ball.
Absolutely.
Under pressure right there, was able to throw it and tuck it in traffic, too. That could have been picked. Any other quarterback, I'm telling you, any other quarterback does that, that's picked. But threads the needle, perfect. 31 seconds. Time is of the essence. They want to score before halftime. But it looks like there's going to be a timeout, so we will end on a cliffhanger. Don't worry, though. We'll be back. It's TJ Productions with the 75th annual Unico game.
You want to be able to play as hard as you can, as safe as you can.
Whenever I have the safe cap on, it absorbs most of the blow.
You can tell it's a little bit softer. When you get hit, it's just like kind of bounces off instead of reverberates through your helmet.
So when we look at those tests, when we had a safer cover on a football helmet, on average, it reduced accelerations by 11%.
Hi, I'm EJ Samuel with PAFootballNews.com. We are proud to serve you, Wilkes-Barre area, and all of District 2.
"31 seconds here to halftime, and I can promise you I'm not wearing that same exact stuff. I didn't change into It's all good.
That was filmed a while ago.
Yes, it was, but we are in fact proud to serve at PA Football News all of District 2. 31 seconds, first and goal, looking to tie the game. Up the middle. Is he going to get across the line? I believe he is. Referee trudges and pounds himself in there to say absolutely. And there's a touchdown. That is Trustin Johnson, who ties the game for the Miners. What a run, Jake.
What a great series. Let's talk about the series as a whole. Like, they set that up very nicely. Howe was getting to his guy's crease. Underwood had a nice play, and then you set it up at near the goal line. Run Johnson in, because we saw a lot of Johnson in the first couple series from the Miners. That was a great setup. Great job. Great execution.
Kick is up. A little weird, but it's good. And that is Jaden Sanchez, who also was quite clutch at times for Wyoming area.
I was going to say, absolutely.
So 24 seconds to go here with a tie game. At one point, we were kind of going, are we going to see scores here? And they decided.
After that first quarter, I was a little concerned.
They flipped the light switch on, and everything looks good to go. So 7-7 here. Tied all. And again, I just want to thank some of our sponsors here. First and foremost, our good friends at PAFootballNews.com. And PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. CWTAP, really local television, which thank you for carrying our broadcast here. From Safer Sports, safer through science. And leading edge fundraising, cutting edge fundraising built for teams to raise more. TJ Productions is very proud to bring you this 75th annual Unico game. Thanks to our friends at StreamYard as well. Stream better, grow faster. Use the link in the bio of this broadcast. You can get $10 off of your purchase. One of our premium plans. So with 24 seconds left, getting ready to kick this ball back off, get the ball rolling again before we take an abbreviated pause for halftime. I was doing some talking, doing some fishing. We might have some pretty solid people to talk to here as far as halftime is concerned. We were going to talk to the J-Man, Jake. We're going to talk to the J-Man, who has been down on the field doing great work down on the field. So we'll talk to the J-Man at halftime, as it looks as if we're going to get rolling here.
23 seconds to go here till halftime.
It is, and I tell you what, so far, I really genuinely like the pace
I do too.
In which both offenses have taken. Great, 7-7, it's fine. Like, they've only scored once on their drives, but they haven't, like, stopped. There's never been, like, a big roadblock besides, like, the fumbled snap or this and that. They got forced to punt. But, like, they've constantly moved. There's not been more than one gap, I guess we'll say.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm still impressed by that last drive. That was very impressive, the way they, set that up with the run nicely and went right in. Phenomenal. Great execution. Jake Howe with that beautiful throw.
And he thread the needle, too. And so now with 23 seconds, after a little bit of a talk, I don't know what they were talking about. Maybe they were talking about pizza. Maybe they're talking about the game. But they're back on it now. And with 21 seconds running clock, they're going to look to continue to run. He's got to get the conversion and out of bounds. So that stops the clock with 16 seconds. That is Geske, who has been great for Dallas, as we've talked about.
Yes.
9 touchdowns. And not only can he run, he can also receive over 500, just under 600 yards receiving for him.
Let's say like a gadget for the Mountaineers. He was a true gadget.
They've been able to do a lot with him. 2nd and 1. And we will see what they go with. Now in with 16 seconds. Potentially. Oh, looks like there's going to be a throw. Geske's got to fire. He does have a man too, and just tipped. A great defensive play. That pass was intended for number 2, his teammate from Dallas, Nico Wilk.
Yeah, great coverage there by I believe that was from the Miners.
I do. Trying to see who was in on top of that.
Trying to figure that out at the moment.
Multiple. I believe that was Alex Estrella coming out of Berwick. You know what? Berwick has been really solid as well.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Not only has their offense been great, their defense has really kept them in games as well.
And that Bulldog defense this past season was one of the, if not the best in the area, possibly. So that's showing here in this Unico game.
9 seconds here. The clock is stopped, but it looks like they're going to take another shot here. Or they're going to run it, and they will get the first down. So there is that. Clock will run, and that will be halftime. So, at first, we weren't sure, but now 7-7. So both offenses able to muster a touchdown. It's been a pretty solid defensive game, and it's going to be an interesting second half for sure. We've got a lot. We're going to talk to a couple of two-tree people, as we say here in NEPA. It's going to be a great halftime report coming up next. It's TJ Productions.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.
Hey, this is Jared Samuel from PAFootballNews.com, and we are proud to serve the Lake Lehman Black Knights and all of District 2.
CoachComm is the proven and trusted leader in coaching communications. For over 30 years, we've built our business on innovation and winning, with the goal to equip your team with the best coaching communication available. 97% of all FBS programs and thousands of high schools and colleges across the U.S. choose CoachComm because CoachComm has the experience and the know-how to provide the very best in technology and winning solutions.
Hi, I'm EJ Samuel with PAFootballNews.com. We are proud to serve you, Wilkes-Barre area, and all of District 2.
For over a decade, Circle W Sports has delivered top-tier athletic websites and helped numerous student athletes get noticed. Now, we're taking things to the next level with Showcase. We've reimagined everything, combining the power of our proven platform into one sleek, all-in-one profile that's customizable, dynamic, and built just for you. No more juggling multiple profiles. No more messy links. Every Showcase tier includes a personalized QR code and short link, making it easier than ever to share your story, anytime, anywhere. Think of it as your own digital scrapbook. Post highlights, add workout clips, upload photos, share your stats, achievements, and more, all in one place. Whether you're chasing scholarships, creating your personal brand with our name, image, and likeness offerings, or you just want to show off your grind, Showcase puts your journey front and center with packages starting at $9.99 per month. It's your game, your story, your future. Get noticed, get recruited, and most importantly, get ahead with Showcase.
And we are back, halftime here at the 75th annual Unico game here, Wilkes-Barre Wolfpack Stadium. And this is not Jake Mills. This is one of our best writers at PAFootballNews.com. Also happens to be my father. This is Jared Samuel, the J-Man. How are you, bud?
How's it going?
And we are just so excited to be here. And I'm excited to talk to you. Full circle moment, eh?
Yeah, this is pretty good. And honestly, it's a good full circle moment because this is actually a good game, and I'm looking around as I'm watching the game. The crowd's growing and growing and growing, and it's really, really good to see. So yeah, I mean, hats off to the Ends Alones and everybody who sponsored this thing, because this game is starting to step it back up again. Let's hopefully they can keep it going in the future.
And it's been a fantastic game so far, but a really tight one, 7-7. And let's talk about the Pioneers, because you've really been you're familiar with that team the most. Let's talk about what we've seen. I think Brody Spindler's a good place to start.
Well, Brody Spindler, I thought, of course, he scored the touchdown. He had the 4-yard touchdown run to put the Pioneers up. I thought they would have used him a bit more, but I think the smartest move was to kind of hold him back just a little bit and then break him into the game at the right spot. And I think they did that. I think they used him. He was such a weapon. He wasn't the guy that Pittston area featured all year right off the bat. They wore people down, and then they brought in Brody Spindler to basically smash them. And that's exactly what the guy does. I mean, he's tough. And you saw it on that tough touchdown run that he had. It was a good one. That was a Brody Spindler moment right there.
Yes, and we were calling him the tank and shoulder pads. And you know what? The guy next to him in the backfield, Jaden Skapalis from Lake Lehman, has been great as well.
So I think he's actually been the standout player of the first half, probably for both teams. And I don't want to talk too much about the Miners, because I feel like they're ready to break out. There's some things that are happening. Jake Howe showed up late because he was at a baseball game. Like, it's crazy. These two Sport 3-4 athletes is crazy. But the Pioneers took full advantage of it. And Skapalis is tough. That kid, he can really run the ball. He's got a nose for getting into the flat and making the cut. And he had a couple of nice runs that just really extended some plays and wore the Miners' defense down a bit. And it was I think he was the key player in the first half of the Pioneers.
And you know what? We got to give props to Paulie Ferrantino, who's staying in. And we were talking about this during the broadcast, and I know you would agree because you're the one who actually made the idea pop into my mind. Quarterbacks don't just throw the ball; they have to manage the game, and I think he's done good so far.
I think he did. It's a steady hand. You saw some exchange issues with the Miners. You haven't seen that with the Pioneers, and I think there's something to it. You don't always have to be, like you said, EJ, the best thrower to be the guy to lead an offense, and it's just the way that Paulie's kind of handled things. I do want to give a shout out to Logan Geske, though. They used him in the right way they should have, but he's good on defense. They can't throw to his side of the field. He's very, very good in defense. But they used him efficiently. And boy, what a connection he had with his brother Talon. I can't wait to see what happens in the next 2 years with Talon.
And it's going to be great. Just some final thoughts for you as far as what you're expecting to see in the finish of this game.
So, again, don't want to steal anybody else's thunder, but I think the Miners are just on the edge. I think the guy to watch out for in the second half is definitely Kevon Creech. He's just right there. I think it could be a kick return or something like that breaks the game. The thing is, if the Pioneers are able to contain on special teams, keep playing good defense like they have, the problem is we haven't seen a lot of the big players for the Miners yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're going to see a lot of interchanging in the second half. You're going to see some fresh legs because this is actually a good and competitive game, and I think you're going to see a lot of fresh faces. So the Pioneers just kind of need to stay the course and don't let the big plays happen, and they've got a shot at winning this game. It's a really good game. I mean, it's the best Unico game I've seen.
And you're having a lot of fun down there.
Oh, yeah.
Stay safe down there. Keep doing what you do. Good pleasure talking to you. Thanks. Coming up next, we're going to be talking to Big Z, the man from 2822 Sports, Nick Zelaya. We'll talk to him about the other side of competition next. It's the Unico game, 75th annual on TJ Productions.
It is in the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown!
Juggled and caught!
Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions, and we're proud to serve you, Tunkhannock, and all of District 2.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.
And we are back here at the 75th annual Unico game here, Wilkes-Barre Area High School, Wolfpack Stadium. And next to me, one of my favorite colleagues to work with from 2822 Sports, Nick Zelaya. Pleasure, first of all. Absolutely. This is a powerful moment on camera right now.
Thank you, EJ. I know you guys are doing a fantastic job up here in the booth. And as Jared was saying, you guys are calling a heck of a game also, which makes it just as fun.
It's been tight. We talked about the Pioneers with him, but you saw some stuff with the Miners, and I gotta be real with you. I think maybe Jake has the story of this because we didn't know if he was going to show up, and now he's here, and he's playing pretty darn good. What do you say?
He is. No, well, I actually was doing some editing in my car around 6:15, and I see a white pickup truck pull up. He hops out of the car. He's got the baseball gear with him, and also all the Beerchon runs into the locker room to get the football stuff on in order to get here ready for the game. Obviously, one of the best quarterbacks in the area, 4-year starter. Pretty self-explanatory what he's done on the field for this Wolfpack team, and I'm sure not only for him, also for his teammates and Ciro Cinti, the head coach, being able to play this historic game on their home field has to be a pretty, awesome moment.
Yeah, and you know what? To be honest, we were just talking earlier in the broadcast about how he's going back to what's familiar. Kevon Creech has been very familiar. He seems to be the main target. I think you would say the same. What have you seen so far with the offense here? They've just been able to. It seems like they.
Well, I think it's huge that they were able to punch in a touchdown right before the end of the half there. I believe it was Trustin Johnson from Wyoming area who scored it. Johnson's been one of my favorite running backs in this calendar year. You look at the Wyoming area program and the running back lineage they've had in the last several years. You had Aaron Crossley a couple of years ago, Lodge Kellum last fall.
Oh,
And
yes.
If you're Trustin Johnson, you're just waiting for your opportunity, and he had that this past fall, and he turns into one of the best running backs in the Wyoming Valley Conference, and obviously it'll be a moment for him to remember, scoring in the Unico game as well with his head coach Randy Spencer on the sideline.
Absolutely. And you know what else? I thought this was cool. We were at the Unico banquet when we were talking to people, and lots of notable names have played in this game, come from this area. Greg Skripnak, who was a Raider back in '92 when he got drafted, and of course Quadri and Rocket Ishmael. I'd be amiss if I didn't mention at least once. You went to Syracuse. That's where Quadri went. Big football guy, and you know what? They were great to talk to, but also fantastic athletes. It's the Rocket of for goodness sakes, and they played in this game. So I guess you could probably speak to, what an honor it is to play here and how these kids are kind of represented. They've been pretty good down there, yeah?
No doubt. I mean, both coaches, I mentioned Cinti and Paul Russick on the other side for the Pioneers. They both played in this game. Cinti played it in 1982. Russick was a member of the Patriots in 2006, and he was joking around with me before the game. It's been 20 years since he played this game. Makes him feel a little old, but obviously he looks sharp on the sidelines and really did a great job turning around that Patriot program this past fall as well, and they are looking really promising moving forward. But it just goes to show, the talent in the area, the decades of history within the Valley, and obviously getting to showcase it every year, whatever the day is. I've heard we've had it in Thanksgiving time. I've heard we've had it around Christmas. We have it in May. It feels like it's winter right now.
Yeah, and you know what? It went from being really hot and humid up here to now it's like starting to cool down because the sun's just going over the mountain, and I'm so glad that the weather has. I know you are too, because we've stood out. When you're covering high school football, you're out in all the elements. I know you're.
August, sweating bullets, and December I've got the hat on, a couple layers.
Thinking you're lucky stars, that's for sure. So what are you expecting for this second half? Obviously, two pretty equal teams. So
it's gonna be competitive, and you saw early on the physicality start to play a factor. I think that died down as the first half went on, but you look at the scoreboard, a 7-7 ball game. Obviously, there's no wins and losses in these situations, but you want to end your football career with a win.
Yes.
If you're the Miners, if you're the Pioneers, and I expect both these teams to put 110% on the field, and I expect a down-to-the-wire, fourth quarter, last possession ball game here tonight.
It's going to be a good one. Well, folks, this is Nick Zelaya, 2822 Sports, and he's just been doing a fantastic job. Nick, pleasure to talk to you again. Another powerful moment on camera. It's been great. We're going to go to break. Thank our sponsors who help keep the lights on here, and we'll be back with the 75th annual Unico game. Second half coming up. Players are on the field soon. We'll see you soon.
Circle W Sports is the complete all-in-one platform for high school sports, designed by former athletes, coaches, and athletic directors. Circle W Sports gives school and team personnel an easier solution to run their entire athletic departments with the help of these features. League Manager makes creating master schedules a breeze. Configure your divisions, build schedules, track league all-stars, and much, much more. Referee Manager helps assign and track game officials in the same platform. And with RefPay, your officials can get paid within hours instead of days or weeks. Enjoy live scoring and statistical services through our Performance Tracker and Stat Tracker apps. Learn how to track your workout or camp and combine statistics in real time. Then create any type of report after your results are tallied. The Stat Tracker app helps keep your fans involved, whether they are in the stands or at home, with live in-game stats. For more information, visit CircleWSports.com, the official online platforms of PA Football News and the PSFCA.
My name is Carlos Bradley. I'm a former NFL player and currently chairman of Safer Sports. What is Safer Sports? We are a soft shell technology company. Our product, the Safer Helmet Cover, has been tested at Virginia Tech Helmet Lab and is proven to reduce the risk of concussion by as much as 77%. So if you have a youth league, a high school or college, and you want to be safer, get in touch with Safer Sports.
I would recommend becoming an official because you can feel like you're a part of a sport that you love.
We officiate for the athletes and for the sport that we love. And so as long as you keep them first, then it's going to be a great experience.
So the money I've made from officiating for the past few years, I put all that money into savings to pay to finish my college education. In 6 months, when I complete that, I will not be in any debt.
Officiating the state championship and getting that call to officiate the state championship was an emotional thing for me, just because of what I've been through, you know, the ups and downs, and getting that call really meant a lot to me. Sometimes I see student athletes that I officiated years and years ago, and they say, "Man, you did a great job. Thanks for everything you've done."
Seven game here, and starting shortly the second half of the 75th annual Unico All-Star Game. Big friends at Anzalone and Doyle, thank you for putting this on, and we just want to thank a couple of other people, other presenting sponsors, if you will, that have helped put this Unico game on. First and foremost, PAFootballNews.com. PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. Also, CWTAP TV, really local television. You're going to be able to watch that. This broadcast right there, so saying hello to all watching on CWTAP right now. We thank you for tuning in. Of course, our friends at Safer Sports, safer through science, leading edge fundraising, which is cutting edge fundraising built for teams to raise more. Other people, we'd like to just give a quick shout to Nipa Yinzer YouTube channel. If you want unfiltered Pittsburgh sports content, Nipa Yinzer YouTube channel, the place to go. Boy, they've got a lot to talk about, yes, especially this upcoming training camp.
Oh, yeah. Big things to talk about for Pittsburgh Steelers specifically. EJ.
Yes, and so we will see. And I know that Varsity Adventure Tour in the works, potentially
yes,
being extended for a season 2. StreamYard, big friend, they're helping us out with this stream. Stream better, grow faster. Use the link in bio of this broadcast. You get $10 off your purchase of one or more premium plans, and a big ups again to TJ Productions. If you want it done right, you want TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment. We are underway here for the second half, and a pretty darn good return as he's still on his feet and down at around the 43-yard line. And a great return for the Pioneers.
Fantastic. That's the way you want to start. That is absolutely how you want to start, you know?
It
tie
is,
game coming into it, that's great.
Absolutely. So what we were talking with Nick,
yes,
and with the J-Man.
Big shout out to Nick Zalea. Fantastic.
He's been fantastic, and he's been great with us. It's good to have kids our age in media. That's the future of sports media right there.
As
so
I say, gotta love it.
And that's what we're trying to do here at TJ Productions as well. Just try and get all these kids who are hungry and ready to go. So that's what you get with TJ Productions. So
yes,
just, again, great stuff. And back to football here, because this is going to be one heck of a second half.
I'm excited.
Tied at 7. 1st and 10 from the 44. The first play from scrimmage in this second half. Guess he's going to take a little bit of a high snap, and running into the pile, he's met by a bunch of green. And I'm not talking North Texas, but a lot of mean green there, and they push it back.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it, EJ, in the first half. A lot of those Berwick defensive guys, like Berwick was arguably the best defense in District 2 this past year.
Yeah,
and we're seeing that right now. I mean, like that J.J. Leonard kid we're talking about, Estrella, just fantastic players.
Absolutely. And, you know, because of those guys, they're able to get where they are right now, which is in this game,
yes,
and not falling behind.
Exactly, because we saw the 1-2 punch with Skapalis and Spindler for the Pioneers. that could have easily been. They could have easily broke free for some of those bigger runs. Could have kept going.
Yes, absolutely. So now 10:24 running clock. Lights are starting to come on here. This is a beautiful facility, I must say. Geske going to take the snap, and he going to fire big time. He's got it in traffic. Does he come down with that ball? Oh, the ball does come out. Oh, he almost came down with that. Would have been a fantastic catch, but it falls incomplete.
You know, we haven't seen a lot of those deep balls hit. I don't think we've seen actually any besides that Jake Howe, in traffic throw to set up the Miners for their first touchdown. A lot of these deep shots that both teams are taking have not hit.
Well, Logan Geske has proven time and time again that he can, in fact, fling it. And he was looking for his kid from the same school, Nico Wilk. But unfortunately now 3rd and 10, faced with an interesting situation. You think they're going to fling it again?
I am going to say yes, but also there's a part of me that says no due to the fact that I think the Miners see it coming now, and you don't want to toy around with their defense a little too much. Because there's a lot of firepower on their defense. I don't know what Coach Russick and the Patriots staff are going to go with here.
Okay, so now the Pioneers discuss it, take a couple of phone calls, and now are ready to see if they can convert on this 3rd down. I did. I did. Being aware of your surroundings, that's my number one rule. Geske's going to be aware of his surroundings, and boy, does he take a hit. But he gets out, doesn't quite lose yardage. It's going to be 4th down. We'll see where they mark him.
And that's going to be on the big hit there on defense. I want to give him a shout-out. That was a fantastic, fantastic play.
That was fantastic. I will tell you, I heard that up here.
Let's say it looked like that was Jamari Yates of Wyoming area, if I'm not mistaken. It looked like number 28.
Wyoming area has brought. They bring the boom with when it comes to defense. They just hard hitting. I just don't think I can come up with another Wyoming Valley Conference defense that is as hard hitting as Wyoming area.
Right. In that regard, I'd say, Berwick can be up there in that discussion, but Wyoming area just, they're going to let you know you're there.
Themselves apart.
Yes.
4th and 5. What'll they do? They will run with Geske, and he's got real estate. Going to continue on over past the 30. Breaks another one. It goes out of bounds at around the 19-yard line. So Geske with a huge run, Jake. How do you like me now?
Oh, that's the versatility we're talking about there. That's, he's able to fling it. Breaks free for a run like that. There it is. That's a guy you want in your backfield too. Even that's a guy that's a good move by the Pioneers there to put him at the quarterback position because he can make plays both ways.
And he was able to do something there. That will bring up 1st and 10. They mark him out at around the 23. Get a little ahead of myself, but the 23-yard line. I'm sure they're saying that's perfectly fine with us. And now with about 8:10 running clock here, they will reconvene and get back up to the line. And we will see what they do on this 1st and 10. From the 23, Geske's got help in the backfield there. See where he goes from here. He's going to take it himself again. Gets down, gets a couple of yards.
Oh, little extracurriculars there.
Little extracurriculars there, and
don't want to see that in a game like this.
Yeah, that being Jalen Hart from Pittston area. Might need to take a sip of Gatorade and effectuate his feelings on the sideline.
You want to hear a little fun fact,
we will see.
My Unico year, the Miners had, I think, 4 kids get ejected.
Yeah, that was the very chippy year. I do remember that. There were, but you know what?
Year.
It happens when you're in the heat of the moment. That stuff happens, as I'm sure as you can speak. And I was also a high school athlete. It happens, but you try your best not to let that crowd your mind in the game,
especially in a game like this.
So Spindler now will get the ball. A nice handoff from Geske, and 7 minutes exactly now running clock. We'll see how they deem it. 2nd and 8, so they'll give him 2.
Yeah. Still a good field position, though. Ball's on the 21, and, I think we're going to see a little bit more of that Spindler-Skapalis thing. But Geske's they've been doing a lot of different things, the Pioneers, which I really like. Getting Geske involved with the pass game, which I didn't think I'd see tonight, but we're seeing it. And then, obviously, that touchdown drive they had, it was the Skapalis and Spindler 1-2 punch And I think we might see that come back out.
I think that we're definitely going to see that come back out, and I'm also seeing a lot of, and I got to say this, I want a big shout out to DeLuca, who went to the Ravens, by the way. It's just
yes, Dominic
great.
DeLuca.
Another one from the area that has just been awesome. There is a run by Dylan Geske gonna move forward now. That'll be 4th and 2 up now for the Pioneers. That's going to need their immediate attention. But I've been seeing a lot of Penn State and Ravens gear, which as a Steeler fan is a little interesting, but big for NEPA.
Yes, absolutely. That's a big moment for NEPA right there.
And continuing on here now, 4th and 2, 5:35 running clock. You're still knotted up at 7, but the way the Pioneers have moved, Jake, might not stay that way for long.
Yeah, might not. Seeing a lot of getting stalled out a little bit. They had some big plays, big breaks, and now the Miners defense is locking them up a little bit. Yeah, and it's not even the secondary too. It's the guys up front. It's the big boys up front.
Absolutely, and you know what? You're patting yourself on the back there as a former lineman, but
offensive lineman is. I'm talking about the defensive line for the Miners. And
you played a little bit of defensive.
Yeah, when we were up 40-0.
Oh, so you're exposing yourself, and okay, I see you. Wow, look at Brody Spindler on that.
Oh, nice hard run. There's the tank and shoulder pads. There it is in action.
He could have been met at that line and went down, but he just plowed through about 2 guys.
That's to be expected, though. We know how Brody plays.
And big on number 68 from Hanover, Alameen Kashinro, because he made that tackle.
I was going to say,
if it weren't for him, Spindler would have been gone there.
I would say he's the one guy that I've been looking at. He's been making a lot of the plays up front for this Miners team out of Hanover area, who had themselves a fantastic season.
Him and Matthew Curry have been great.
So
Absolutely
Coach
great.
Doing a great job there with the Hawkeyes. Big things coming up
and
for them.
they are going to be very good upcoming. A couple of moves. Now I will tell you they did lose Deacon Eisenbody with transfer, but I talked to Wilkes-Barre, but I did talk to Coach Richardson, and they're going to continue to do the best that they can with what they have, which is a great mindset. Geske goes one way, makes a man miss, makes another man miss, and is tackled from behind. Luckily, that ball is not coughed up, but a great tackle there by number 56. That's J.J. Leonard,
Gannon University.
who's
Another
going
PSAC guy right there.
Who's going to the PSAC to play at Gannon.
Yeah, that was I'm a little more impressed with Geske there. He was able to hold on to the football that whole time. He made 2 men miss there, and he held possession the whole time.
Tyler Lanunziata comes right back off after having an assist on that as well, and so he'll get a well-deserved drink of water as 2nd and 11 comes up. 3:20 running clock here in the third quarter. We are knotted up at 0, or at 7, I should say.
Whoa!
I was looking over and I saw the clock first when there's a 0 in front of the 3, because these aren't the digital ones. Oh, what am I saying? And here is Skapalis, who's going to get around 2 guys and get in. Does himself a little dancey dance. And they take the lead now.
There's Skapalis. Like I said, that 1-2 punch coming right back out. Brody had that hard run, and there goes Skapalis in the end zone.
It has been a run-dominated game, I will say that much. And obviously it has worked in the Pioneers' favor. 13-0 the score now, looking to attempt the extra point. We'll see how that goes. With 3:04 to go in this third quarter, finally, a lead is had.
Yes.
Out to kick the extra point is number 20, Cole Baldwin.
Out of Pittston area.
Big
season for him.
Former Patriot.
Fantastic season for Baldwin this past year.
And the kick is up and good. So 14-7 now with 3:04 to go here. Miners will get the ball and look to answer. But first, we're going to talk to the guys who keep the lights on. A sponsor break, and we'll be back next. CJ Productions.
You want to be able to play as hard as you can, as safe as you can.
Whenever I have the safe cap on, it absorbs most of the blow.
You can tell it's a little bit softer. When you get hit, it's just like kind of bounces off instead of reverberates through your helmet.
So when we look at those tests, when we had a safer cover on a football helmet, on average, it reduced accelerations by 11%.
This is Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions, and we're proud to serve you, Hanover area, and all of District 2.
Back on the field are the Miners, who are set to get the ball back as the Pioneers just drove and scored and take the lead. It is 14-7 with 3:04 to go in this third quarter.
I like what I saw on that drive. Again, same thing, and it's exactly what I expected, because they had Geske going a little bit, right? He had some big plays in the pass game too, which I didn't think we'd see. I'm saying that again. And then Brody Spindler had that nice run to get the first down, and then Skapalis broke through the hole there. Great job up front, too. We got to credit the offensive line for the Pioneers. Gunners Aldonis, another PSAC player out of Pittston area on that offensive line as well. Another 4-year starter at Pittston area. I played with him as well, and he was at Scranton Prep for a year.
Kick is up and to Trustin Johnson, which not a guy you want to receive, and that is exactly why he's able. He was like a greased pig there, and very hard to bring down and get a hold of, and over the 40 and gets more real estate. They'll mark him at the 46, I believe, or maybe 47.
45.
Can't quite see.
Oh, you got a little light test.
A little bit of light test. As you can see, it's a great facility. So when Wilkes-Barre area scores, Jake, they play the light show, just like we have down at Cumberland Valley for states, which we were very blessed to be able to go to this year.
That was awesome, yes.
With PA Football News. It was great. And you know what? A little bit of a light show. Everybody's having fun. And we are... I guess they're going to continue on there. Not much you can do. Everyone's having fun. It's all cool. 1st and 10 from the 45. Howe will fire. He finds Creech, and Creech is brought down.
That's Skapalis on defense there, too. Beautiful play by Jaden Skapalis.
The two-way player for Lake Lehman, Jake.
It's like we said, bright spot for that team.
He has been more than a bright spot. He's lit up like a Christmas tree. And Christmas Eve. That is all he has done is light people up.
Yeah, and that was a great example of it right there, and it sets them back about 4 or 5 yards.
2nd and 16 now. Miners look to get something going here. Let's see what they can do. Howe looks, fires. He's got Creech wide open. Yes, he does. Bingo, bango, bongo. Cave on Creech, and we are tied.
Pending the extra point, of course.
What a fantastic play by Jake Howe to buy himself time. They gave him a lot, and he said, I ain't going to buy it, Jake Mills.
And you know what? Zalea said it before. And the J-Man. The J-Man also said it too. There was going to come a point where they were going to break out. There it is right there. Howe to Creech. Knew it was going to happen at some point, and there it is.
Sanchez to get the extra point. And we are tied. So 14 all with $1:58 to go in this third quarter. It's getting good. What will happen next? We will find out on the other side of the break. Again, 14 all here. It's the 75th Unico game on TJ Productions. We'll be back. And, of course, We wouldn't leave you hanging. We're back, 14 all. Miners just with Jake Howe with an absolute dot.
Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful throw. I mean, he had that one earlier, but that was one of those shots that both teams were taking, and one of them finally landed.
Yes, and Kayvon Creech, the touchdown scorer. So 14 all with $1:58 to go in this third quarter. I must say, offenses seem like they're starting to do things now, and that's huge. So I guess we will see what the future holds. That's a nice reception and going to be a pretty decent return for the Pioneers. And that was Zach Ridgely of Pittston area who was in and out. It looks like, oh my goodness, extracurriculars on the sidelines now. Everybody on the field for the Miners on the Pioneers sideline. A couple of greens. And some laundry on the field now.
Uh-oh. It appears that one of the players for the Miners drove or vice versa into the other team's sideline.
Tempers are flaring. Unfortunately, I brought headphones, but I didn't bring a therapist, so this is going to be a little interesting. Referees are kind of trying to get everything going. Trustin Johnson has taken his helmet off and is having a walk over to the sideline. So they're just trying to get as much green onto the green sideline and red onto the red sideline as they divvy this one out. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Referees are over there. The zebra convention is happening at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, I think it was a block that went into the sideline.
Yep.
And he probably pushed them off when the whistle was blown, and that caused a brawl.
And sometimes you're in the, like we said, just sometimes you're in the heat of the moment, but sometimes those moments go a little bit too far.
Yeah,
and then the junk factory strikes again.
That it did there, and I brought up the story about when I played Unico. We had the Miners actually, because I was on the Pioneers. The Miners had 4 or 5 guys get ejected, and I actually brought that up, and this is what happens. I wonder if we're going to see one.
We might.
We might see an ejection.
And I will tell it's on a brighter and funnier note. I'm very surprised you still fit in that jersey. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Wow. I mean, yeah, I am too. If you guys didn't see our commercial for this game, go check it out. We might even get it on this broadcast.
Well, I thought that those things shrink, but I guess they don't shrink because you've leaned up a lot, and I figured, okay, the muscles are a little big and they shrink.
Don't butter me up too much.
No, I don't want you to get off of your thing. And yeah, that's the whole thing. So we're looking. Listening here, trying to see what's going to happen. Pioneers on sportsmanlike conduct on a dead ball foul. At least that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm seeing another dead ball in sportsmanlike conduct on the Miners. So 1 for each.
Yep.
Is there any ejections? I know Trustin Johnson was very upset when he came to the sideline. I'm not sure what happened. I'm trying to see if somebody got booted or what. But Jake, again, that was ugly.
Yeah, something that you don't want to see in a game like this. That obviously, like you said, tempers flare, and it's football. I understand. Believe me, I played it 9 years, 2 years in college. I understand. But, stuff like that is what gets you kicked out of games like this, and then you're sitting 20 years later thinking to yourself, man, if I just didn't do that, I would have been able to play my last high school football game all the way through.
Yes, and it looks like I'm seeing another kid with his helmet off for the Miners, that being number 10, Gene Ardo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jake Howe over here in the corner.
I see Jake Howe. Well, Jake Howe is kind of just setting himself aside from things, but they've got people. People are starting to get antsy. They want the verdict.
And it looks like Coach Russick and Coach Cinti are discussing right now.
Exactly. Yeah, I see Russick and Cinti both on the field. Cinti's just standing there with his arms crossed as He's seen a lot of this. And as a matter of fact, again, big shouts to Ciro Cinti, who probably saw a lot of this. Actually, as a matter of fact, we know saw a lot of this as the three schools merged to make Wilkes-Barre area.
Oh, yeah,
the first day of practice, or so I am told, as legend has it, way back in the day, when Myers, GAR, and Coughlin had combined, they kind of just let it happen because they knew it was going to happen. And Coach Cinti was there every single time. He's telling everybody, it looks like on his sideline, no more. From now on, I don't want anything anytime during the day. That's what he wants. Nothing. He just wants football. I love that. I love how animated the coaches get when they talk.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes.
And Russick is having the same thing. People will think you're an angry man, or so Jack Rebney once said. So with buck 49 here, we've got an extended bit of a delay. I think what's going to happen here is we are going to take a quick break just so that we can kind of ask and see what's going on here. And then we will come back with anything that we know of. But we will be back after one quick commercial. It is the 75th annual Unico game.
For over a decade, Circle W Sports has delivered top-tier athletic websites and helped numerous student athletes get noticed. Now, we're taking things to the next level with Showcase. We've reimagined everything, combining the power of our proven platform into one sleek, all-in-one profile that's customizable, dynamic, and built just for you. No more juggling multiple profiles. No more messy links. Every Showcase tier includes a personalized QR code and short link, making it easier than ever to share your story, anytime, anywhere. Think of it as your own digital scrapbook. Post highlights, add workout clips, upload photos, share your stats, achievements, and more, all in one place. Whether you're chasing scholarships, creating your personal brand with our name, image, and likeness offerings, or you just want...
And we are back. Looks like everything got sorted out. And nonetheless, back to the game. 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Pioneers. There's a run. Now, I will tell you, saw a couple kids come off the field. I saw Gene Ardo of Wilkes-Barre. I'm not sure if he got ejected or if he just decided to leave for whatever reason, and maybe he's coming back. But I did see that. I saw a couple of other kids come to the sideline. On the field at one point was Gunnar Zaldonis, but he looks like he's still on the sideline, so he looks like he's good. And now that's about all I know as far as the minors.
Yeah, we're a little unsure of exactly what happened. We just know that there were some extracurriculars and 2 unsportsmanlikes thrown out.
So we will see where this goes. Spindler, a handoff from Geske, gets the ball rolling under a buck to go now. 47 cents and change and rolling clock. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, this is, I think this 4th quarter we're in for a treat.
It's going to be a photo finish, or so they say.
Tie game, tempers flared. I'm liking what we're going to see here. I think we're going to see a very good 4th quarter.
Clock is still running. Are they going to run this out?
It appears so.
Looks like they are going to run this clock out. So now 10 seconds, and the clock continues to run. So it looks like they're going to take this to the 4th quarter, and we are tied at 14 apiece. It's been a fantastic game so far, and we will bring you the ending. Don't you dare touch that dial or go anywhere. Come right back here to the 75th annual Unico game on TJ Productions right after these messages.
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PA Football News and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.
And, of course, we wouldn't leave you hanging. We're back. Handoff gets us back in. That's Skip Palace. And we are tied at 14 for those just joining us. Thank you for joining us. This is the 75th Unico game. 11:35 running clock here. Ball is at about midfield. It's been a pretty solid game for both teams.
I'd say so, and I think these last 12 minutes are going to be absolute cinema, as they say.
Absolute cinema. I love it. I love that so much. And the band is here. Everyone's getting involved. The cheerleaders are here. They are on both sides.
I say there was never a band for Unico. This is incredible.
This is awesome.
This is the best Unico game probably in a long time.
Absolutely.
We love to see it.
And big ups to the guys at Anzalone and Doyle for putting it on as well, and
Absolutely.
all the sponsors, making these kids happy to represent one last time, giving them that opportunity. Geske is taken down in the backfield. What a fantastic play. He was able to run him down. That is number 26. I believe that is Skylar Neville of Berwick, who is a quick kid. We saw him once or twice this year.
Just saying, that's that Berwick Bulldog defense right there. That's it. Like I've been saying this whole game, you're seeing it there. That's the Berwick Bulldog defense right there making an impact. Big play to open up the
So now third and 19. 10:20 to go in this fourth quarter. Let's see what they do here. Not a lot of passing, but when there is passing,
it's great.
I'm observant here. It's pretty darn good.
I agree. And again, I'm still surprised we're seeing it from Geske, but he's done a phenomenal job tonight.
Well, let's see what happens now. Geske awaiting the snap, and he gets it. He's going to throw here. Takes a shot. Wobbly ball, but... Oh.
He was ready for that one.
He was ready for it. Get his hit from behind. Was a pretty decent play, and John Richards of Valley West looking for something there, but nothing quite. And I'm obviously still trying to get information if anybody is not playing.
It doesn't appear so.
I can tell you that I'm still not seeing. Still not seeing Gianardo out there. Ball punted away inside the 20. Pretty decent, given the circumstances. And we're going to switch possessions here.
Very excited to see what this Miners offense is going to do.
It's going to be cool because Jake Howe still under center. Got a chance to do it one more time in front of, I guess we call it in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, look, it's the home crowd for him. They couldn't have written it any better for him. You just play in a district title game for baseball, drive to the field, hop in the game, in your home stadium with your boys Creech, Underwood, and Gimbitsky. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, it truly does not get any better than that, and that is what we are about to see. Can he write the storybook ending with 9:35 to go here? 1st and 10 from the 19. A little bit of a high snap, but he handles that well under pressure. Scrambles a little bit and is taken down by a whole pack of red, but on top of that one is Zach Ridgely of Pittston area with a fantastic lockdown tackle.
A lot of Patriots there. Matt Diallo, I'm seeing in there. I'm seeing a lot of Patriot heads. Ridgely,
who's made that tackle.
Spindler's playing
Spindler was
D-tackle
there
right now. Look at that. Seeing Corbett from Valley West out there.
And good for him. Looking ahead now, some sort of confrontation between referees. So now we will see. Player is down for the Miners. I'm not sure who it is. Oh, it is Kayvon Creech. Not good for the Miners right now. He's probably going to have to... He got up on his own. He's walking just fine. Coach Sinti does not seem very alarmed by it.
Neither does
Creech
himself.
And neither does Creech himself. So maybe he's just going to sit for a play or two and then go back out, or maybe that is it. We won't know, but regardless, an injury timeout forces him off the field. But still on is Jake Howe in the offense. We'll see what they can do at 2nd and 10 from the 19. 9 exactly to go. Running clock. A couple bits of help in the backfield there. And there's going to be a run to the outside. There is Johnson again, who will push forward and get that first down.
Nice tough run there by Trustin Johnson. He's been doing that all night.
That is huge. And a first down for the Miners.
Let's say that's a nice play there by Johnson. I mean, that's just, like we said, he's been playing a big role for them tonight. He's played phenomenal.
He has, and really, I mean, this has been, a lot of the Wyoming area guys have shown up. How about Getzy has done a fantastic job. And by the way, I'm actually getting word from one of our on-field reporters. There is a possibility that another unsportsmanlike calls this.
Yeah.
So everybody might need to get the message pretty quickly that
I hope
keep
so,
it clean.
because there is only 8:32 left in this game. You wouldn't want to call it right now, especially a tie game.
Don't want to end in a tie, but that is coming from a source on the sideline. Make sure those are those things that kind of makes you want to go, oh. Yeah, we've got a couple Italians up in the booth with us. I am not one of them, as you can tell. I was not ready for that, and it was my idea.
Yeah.
My idea, and I wasn't ready for that.
Come on, man. So right now it appears they are still discussing there.
They are discussing, and I think that they're telling that the refs are talking amongst each other, and they're also telling. Yeah, apparently it was. Apparently this is a very valid source too, because they just told Coach Cinti, and Coach Cinti just told the team straight up, one more unsportsmanlike and they could be done. Now I am seeing just now Gene Ardo from Wilkes-Barre are back on, but I don't see him with a helmet, and so I think he might be done for the night. Not sure if he was the one involved in the previous scrum, but this is also an injury timeout as well. And not able to put pressure on his right leg is Jordan Keselowski. So
a couple nice plays for the Miners tonight.
He was good in that first half. He
Yes,
was there, always open, ready to go, and that's just the way. Unfortunately, football is a tough sport, but
yes, it is. My knees
and
shoulders are feeling it at 21 years old, EJ. So we appear to be ready to get back underway here.
Again, we just want to thank our sponsors while we got a quick opportunity to do so. Again, want to thank our sponsors, Safer Sports, Safer Through Science, leading edge fundraising, cutting edge fundraising built for teams to raise more. And speaking of raising more,
it's the Pioneers defense. Raising some madness.
Absolutely on that play, and that will bring up now I believe third?
Third and...
They're going to give them a loss on that, so that'll be 3rd and 11, I do in fact believe. We'll see what the referee officially calls. Players to the sideline real quick. What's the play call, Coach? That's what they're saying. And Coach Cinti has been in these situations before, tough,
for many
close
years.
Games, many years, especially with his time at Coughlin.
Very fun fact, when my father, Mr. Jason Mills, another Unico alum, played at Coughlin back in the late 80s, early 90s, Ciro Cinti was an assistant coach.
And then he
coached my father. How about that?
Yes, and then he went on to play at Syracuse. Your dad did. So again, another
big ups to
D1.
Jason Mills.
Big shouts
if you're watching, Dad.
To Jason Mills. Big shouts to him. Howe will take the snap. Got a lot of time, and now he's going to scribble. Little spin move there. Little Michael Jackson. How do you do? Gets rid of the ball. That intended for Kevon Creech, who is A-OK back on the sidelines.
Yes, he is very, very, very alive and well.
7-17.
I'm impressed by his speed. Not even like
yes.
running, catching, his speed.
But again, going to run track at Tiffin. So, obviously, college track, you're fast.
Absolutely.
7:17 here, 3rd and 10 from the 32. We'll see kind of what happens now because with 7:17 to go, you can't really afford to go out and give the other team the ball to take the lead because there might not be a lot of time left. Howe's going to take a shot. He's got Creech. Oh, almost able to run down, but no dice.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit far. A little too much on that one.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
Everybody. I love that. And so now, with 7:07 to go, it is tied at 14 all.
I told you, this fourth quarter is going to be very, very interesting, and I'm intrigued. I know the Miners right now on that last drive, they were trying to go deep. Didn't really work out, so this is a huge opportunity for the Pioneers to do something here. Also want to bring up a lot of good returns in this game.
Absolutely, and we could see one here.
That's why I brought it up, but watch, I'm going to jinx him. Let's hope not, because
no more broadcast jinx from Jake Mills.
No more.
One could say, are you a little trepidatious? I think you are.
I think so.
Awaiting the punt. High snap over his head. Got to get that ball off, and he does. Not that great of a punt, though. Actually, pretty decent punt, given the circumstances. It's going to take a bounce, so no return, Jake.
Well, I have no words, guys. I think I jinxed it. Oops.
Yes.
O was right.
And I will be honest with you. I didn't really think that was a thing, but you just proved that is actually a thing. That the commentary bias. That's funny. Or the jinx, I should say.
The
bias.
Jinx, not the bias. No.
No bias here.
None at all. It's an all-star game.
True. And you know what? I will say, for some of these guys, they've been forced in this all-star game to kind of take and I'm not sure if androgynous is the word for this.
Yeah.
But kind of have to play two different styles of ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's conservative and then there's gutsy. Speaking of gutsy, there is Jaden Skapalis, who's, oh my goodness, breaks another, spins a move, and gets over midfield and down and out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. And speaking of which, there's the gutsy part. But I was talking about the fact that some of these guys have been forced to play, like some of them are gutsy and they'll push and do the big splash plays, and some of them are a little conservative. We've been forced to do both in this game.
I was going to say that absolutely. I don't even know how to describe it because we saw a lot of that, but we also saw a ton of a lot of deep shots. Not many went, but the pass game really came out for honestly both teams. And it's probably my 100th time saying it, but Logan Getzke slinging the football a little bit for the Pioneers.
Yes, he absolutely is. And at this juncture, he's got himself a 1st and 10. But he's not lining up under center. He's on a wide receiver route, and Ferratino will hand the ball off to Skapalis, who again just will not go down, gets over another guy and flips over. Will he get the first down? I'm not quite sure, but it is darn close, and he has been a playmaker.
Absolutely, and this drive he's just taking names. He's dropping the shoulder. He's moving, man. He's getting into the groove.
And I love it. And you can tell you something. This is a great opportunity to just show that last little bit. This is all they've got left in the tank until they go to college. So,
yeah. And some of these guys aren't even doing that.
And some of them aren't even doing that.
Last time they put on pads.
So leave it all out on the field. That's what they say. Now, Jaden Skapalis, obviously, a guy that good is gonna do something. He's had some interest, so we'll see if they're gonna pick the kid up.
They're spinning with a nice headbutt.
Yet another familiar face. Flag up in the air. Wow, that was launched up in the air. And it looks like a flag will cause a bit of a scuffle. I'm not quite sure. We know the news from earlier when Ciro Cinti said to his team they might call this game if we don't stop.
I believe that was on the Pioneers.
But we will see.
It looked like it was a couple words thrown up front there. Someone pancaked someone, and maybe some words were exchanged, and then someone threw a punch. And I'm hearing that it might be a bump on an official, possibly. That might be another one.
Potentially. I know that official went down in the other scuffle. I know one of those things that makes you go, whoa, because everybody.
So this is gonna send the Pioneers back. That's not a thing you want right now because you had a ton of momentum. Scapalis putting on some Madden level highlight plays right there.
And now it's all for naught.
All for that. You're backed up on your own 41.
And listen, with not a lot of time to go, 3:37, this could be the last time your team sees the ball, and it's tied. So you can't afford to be foolish in a sense like this, where you lose yardage. So Pioneers really got to screw it on straight here, in the wise words of John Tortorella. Screw it on straight, and let's be ready to go. That's what the coach...
You think they're winning the whole thing, Vegas?
I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. I'm thinking the Canes. But speaking of hurricanes, this kid running like a hurricane now, it is Brody Spindler, the tank in shoulder pads. I guess we should also call him the hurricane in shoulder pads.
Yeah, there we go. That works too. Yeah, but he picked up some of that yardage though, but now you get yourself in a pretty bad spot though.
Yes.
Still, it's a third and
I believe that'll be 14.
Third and 14 on the 46.
42,
fourth and 2 on the 42.
It'll be 4th and 2. So
I was gonna say that was just third down. As I was saying it, I thought to myself, "What am I saying?" But I just kept rolling with it.
You know what? Confidence. If you do something wrong, do it confidently.
Exactly. Make a mistake confidently.
As a wise man, Ron Marino, my professor in college, once said, "If you're going to do something wrong, do it confidently." As the geese fly over here at Wilkes-Barre area. It's a beautiful night, Jake. Great weather.
Beautiful.
I mean, I was very happy that they played it on turf in case it rained, but because at Wyoming area it's been soupy the past because they have grass, I love grass, but now they've got this. Ferentino got us fling one. Oh, and nearly picked off. There is Trustin Johnson, broke that play up. That was intended for, I believe, would have been Logan Geske.
Yeah, Trustin Johnson there making a play on defense too.
He's been another two-way player. Yeah. That has just been great for this Pioneers team.
For the Miners team.
Or for the Miners team. But, I mean, on the flip side of the ball, I think Geske's been great as well.
Well, it looks like we'll get a timeout.
We're going to get some sort of stoppage in play here. It looks like a timeout from Coach Russick trying to get the wheels on the bus. So we will talk to you on the other side of this break. 2:10 to go. Tied at 14 at the 75th annual Unico All-Star Game.
Thank you for calling Promises Internet Service. Please remain on the line. Due to high call volume around the world, it's likely you'll be on hold for well over an hour.
Get faster speeds for less money than the national companies at CenterWisp in Central Pennsylvania. CenterWisp is your fast local internet provider. For more information, go to centerwisp.com. That's CenterWisp.com. Now with faster speeds.
And who are those guys?
We are back at the Unico game, and look at that picture. That's a throwback. Jake, I don't even know who that mammoth is in the red, but
no idea.
Yeah.
He's somebody.
Yeah, I love that. That was the year I called the game that you were in it.
Yeah, that was it. It's gonna be 3 years ago. Coming up next week.
Always good to have alumni in the booth with us. And in case you are wondering, of meeting us in progress, I'm EJ Samuel. That is Jake Mills, who you just saw calling this game. Geske got a fire. He has got it open, man. He's going to win a race and inside the 10 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play.
And I believe that is...
Pioneers are going to get a big break here. Unless they're saying...
It looks like they called him out.
Penalty on the play. I'm not sure what this says. I didn't see the call.
Uh-oh.
Not good if this is on the Pioneers. Okay, so trying to figure out what's going on here. Band is playing. Everything is cool. They're trying to sort stuff out. I'm going to be kind of trying to
get a good
look
at what's going on, right? Me too. Gotta talk about the sunset. Look at the sunset.
The sun is just beautiful, man. If you can look above our beautifully made score bug, which big shout out to you, Jake, for putting that together. Good for you.
Thank
Look at that great view. And by the way, this is again, we've said it before. This is a fantastic. Oh, they're going to say this game is over. My goodness. Referees are off the field. They're going to call this game in a tie.
My goodness.
What a finish. This is on a tie. Somebody said or did something, and the game is over.
Wow.
Jake Mills, I don't know what to say. This is going to end in a tie at 14-all.
Oh, my goodness. What just happened?
What is going on here?
I'm a little confused right now. I don't know what to say.
They were warned.
They
were warned, and it looks like no one's going to get the trophy this year.
Wow. Is that a first for Unico?
I do not even recall. This is so bizarre. I don't even know the stat off the top of my head.
We might need to figure that out because we might have just broadcasted history.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you know what? They didn't want it getting like the year that you guys were at.
Yeah.
Because that got very bad very quick, so maybe there's in the best interest. But my goodness, they are going to call this game on a tie.
Unbelievable.
$1:52 to go.
52 to go. Oh, my goodness.
I don't even know what to say, folks.
Speechless. I'm speechless.
I'm in awe.
I'm beyond it all.
The Hanover area football team came, and they're not even going to get to see the full game. Coach Richardson there. I see all the boys. I'm going to try and see if I can get in touch with somebody down on the sideline to see what exactly happened here. And yeah, so both teams to the side, both teams to their side of the field, and an abomination of an end. They are going to give the MVP to Jake Howe.
Hometown hero.
We're going to give the MVP to Jake Howe. And on the microphone now, I am going to put the J-Man, who was down on the field. J-Man, what did you see on the abrupt ending of this game?
So, unfortunately, the recent past history, this game caught up with it yet again. This was a really good game. This is the best Unico game I've covered. And this was the best Unico game we've seen in a while. This is really good. Would have come right down to the end, but kids can't keep their tempers in check. And sometimes, guys, that's the problem with this game. You're bringing in kids from all different schools, a lot of them 2-3 sport athletes, so they're missing a lot of the practices. They're not getting together. And what happens is you get into a situation where you pot head at the end of the game, and that's what happened here. Late third quarter, and then into the fourth quarter was good. Then it got hot again, and then the Pioneers blew it. Honestly, that's good. Palace run was the play I said they're going to go out and win this game now. And then they gave it right up, penalty on the same play. A big first down, pushed them all the way back. And then that huge play, Geske, with the connection. I didn't even see who caught it.
I believe it was on.
West?
Yes.
Valley West caught it, and then I was watching because I'm like, wow, it's a great play, and they're throwing flags up here 40 yards backfield. I knew they'd call the game. I knew as soon as that happened, they'd call it.
Yeah, that was Preston Snisky with that catch. But I will tell you, J-Man, did you see anything on the sideline from that, on the far sideline, that first altercation? Did you see what happened?
Listen, and I'm not picking on the Pioneers. The Miners started it when that first play, the one in the third quarter, one of the Miners players went well off into the sideline. There was a lot of pushing and shoving over there. Somebody went over there and was really, really fired up and started pushing, shoving, screaming. And there's just no place for that. I mean, this should have been a great exhibition. Like, the fans were excited. It's the best crowd I've seen at a Unico game in years. Like, this is great.
And it's at a great facility now too.
It's a wonderful place. I'm saddened that it happens like this. It's too bad. It's too bad. It's too bad because you get kids like I was down there. I talked to Kevon Creech, who is not going to play football in college. He's going to Tiffin to run track, which I have utmost respect for. A really good young man. And as soon as this thing started happening, he hopped right up on his feet and he said, "This is my last game. This is my last game." And you feel bad for the kids because a couple of stupid kids ruin it for the majority who weren't doing this stuff, and it's terrible.
Yes, and so thanks for the information, J-Man. Thank you for doing what you do and keeping us informed. Great stuff. So Jake Mills, we end in a tie on a 14-14. Tempers get the best of each team. Well, not the greatest ending in the world, that's to say, but we did have a very fun time doing what we did.
That we did.
It was a great game up until when they called it. It was a fantastic game, I would say.
I have to agree with you, and I think we should take a little break and then talk about it a little bit more in depth.
We will get to the post game and break it all down next. This is the 75th annual Unico All-Star Game on TJ Productions on the other side of the break.
For over a decade, Circle W Sports has delivered top-tier athletic websites and helped numerous student athletes get noticed. Now, we're taking things to the next level with Showcase. We've reimagined everything, combining the power of our proven platform into one sleek, all-in-one profile that's customizable, dynamic, and built just for you. No more juggling multiple profiles. No more messy links. Every Showcase tier includes a personalized QR code and short link, making it easier than ever to share your story, anytime, anywhere. Think of it as your own digital scrapbook. Post highlights, add workout clips, upload photos, share your stats, achievements, and more, all in one place. Whether you're chasing scholarships, creating your personal brand with our name, image, and likeness offerings, or you just want to show off your grind, Showcase puts your journey front and center with packages starting at $9.99 per month. It's your game, your story, your future. Get noticed, get recruited, and most importantly, get ahead with Showcase.
I would recommend becoming an official because you can feel like you're a part of a sport that you love.
We officiate for the athletes and for the sport that we love, and so as long as you keep them first, then it's going to be a great experience.
So the money I make from officiating for the past few years, I put all that money into savings to pay to finish my college education. In 6 months, when I complete that, I will not be in any debt.
Officiating the state championship and getting that call to officiate the state championship was an emotional thing for me, just because of what I've been through, the ups and downs, and getting that call really meant a lot to me. Sometimes I see student athletes that I officiated years and years ago, and they say, "Man, you did a great job. Thanks for everything you've done."
Hello, my name is Carlos Bradley. I'm a former NFL player and currently chairman of Safer Sports. What is Safer Sports? We are a soft shell technology company. Our product, the Safer Helmet Cover, has been tested at Virginia Tech Helmet Lab and is proven to reduce the risk of concussion by as much as 77%. So if you have a youth league, a high school or college, and you want to be safer, get in touch with safersports.com.
I'm in all. Hi, everybody. EJ Samuel alongside alumni of this Unico game. My color commentator, Jake Mills. We are at the 75th annual All-Star game, the Unico game here at Wilkes-Barre area. What a great facility, first and foremost.
Beautiful.
Weird ending, a very an unfortunate ending.
Unfortunate and weird are probably the two best words to describe that. I think unfortunate is probably the bigger word for that. Just tempers flared, and they warned them that if they kept going, it was going to get called, and sure, there they did it.
Yes, and so the final score was 14-14. It ends in a tie game with $1:52 to go. That's all they had to go, but apparently it got bad enough that they couldn't finish out the last minute 52. But we do have the recap. Let's just recap real quick. So at the end of that first quarter, it looked like the offenses weren't really able to do much because everybody was feeling each other out. But then Brody Spindler kicked us off for the Pioneers. He got the first touchdown of the game on a 4-yard touchdown run.
I'd say those are the type of runs that you want Brody Spindler for. I mean, he's obviously had his breakaway runs, break one guy, he's off. But, those are the type of runs you put him in for, the hard-nosed, short yardage situations.
Yeah, another guy that you really look forward to putting on the field in a short yardage situation is Wyoming area's Trustin Johnson.
Yes.
He got the second touchdown of the game to tie it for the Miners on a 1-yard run. It may have been 1 yard, but it was a tough one.
Yes, it was.
But he did get it done.
Yes, he did. And Trustin Johnson, he had a fantastic game. I tell you what, he was a big part of that Miners team on defense, too, in the secondary. He played a very good game in the secondary, but, yeah, they utilized him a lot tonight, which I didn't think I'd see, but I'm glad I did because he played very well.
Absolutely, and speaking of a guy who had a great game and was utilized a lot, Jaden Skapalis gets the third touchdown of the game and widely recognized in this room as one of the best player of the game.
He's the TJ Productions MVP of this game.
Absolutely, and Jake Howe played a great game, but Skapalis with that third touchdown, a 12-yard run, just like a bulldozer, Jake Mills.
Oh my goodness! I mean, and not even just the touchdown run. Some of the runs he had in the second half of this game, and even in the first, but he really got the ball rolling in the second half. He looked like a Madden player out there. Some of the moves he was making, he was dropping his shoulder down, he was doing the spin, breaking guys off like it was nothing. Oh, I see what you're doing there.
And everybody's having a fun time dancing around. And speaking of dancing around, Jake Howe was able to get he was under pressure multiple times and was able to get out of it. He is an instrumental part of the fourth and final touchdown, which would tie the game for the Miners. Jake Howe, a 61-yard big rocket bomb to his teammate, Kayvon Creech. What a fantastic grab from him.
Oh, phenomenal. And, both teams, really, they kept taking shots the whole time. Big, deep passes. That's how this game ended.
Yes.
It's how it ended. But that one landed. That was the one that landed, and it was beautiful. And it was teammates, home field teammates, that the chemistry was there. We knew at one point Howe and Creech or Howe and Gambitsky or Howe and Underwood were going to break out at some point. Ended up being Creech and Howe on the home field. I knew it was going to happen at some point.
I'm so glad that they got a chance to do that one final time. That's a storybook ending. And you know what we talked to when we talked to the J-Man during halftime, and he's our in on information. He's very knowledgeable. That's why he's kind of the leader here in District 2. But he said it. The Miners are ready to. They're going to break one, and they're due for a big splash play, and that got them right back into the game. So
I say when you have the athletes like that especially the Wilkes-Barre athletes and Jake and their own quarterback, let alone it being Jake Howe, that's the guy they played all those years with too. That's your guy. That's your boy. That's even better. That benefited them even more.
Yes, and so, again, unfortunate that it ended in a tie and in a bad situation.
I want to get a fact check on this. I said it earlier. Is this the first Unico game to end in a tie? Is this the first one ever called like this?
I do believe I don't know. I can't tell for sure. I was trying to find the answer earlier.
We might have just broadcasted history.
We might have, but I can tell you, up until the ending was a fantastic game. What's your final thoughts?
A fantastic game. It's a shame it had to end in a tie because I really wanted to see who would eventually get the win here because I really didn't know. After this game got to 14-14, I knew the fourth quarter was going to be electric, and unfortunately it was cut short and we didn't have a conclusive winner of the game. But yeah, I was a little confused on who was going to win. I didn't really know, but my final thoughts were the athletes showed out, and some of the guys I really want to talk about, Jaden Skapalis Brody Spindler for the Pioneers, and I think that goes back to their offensive line. Got to talk about PSAC up front. Gunners Aldonis played a phenomenal game up front. A lot of those Pittston guys got in there. Brandon Lockett was up there. Brian Hankey was up there. Big Pittston line. They're blocking for Brody all year, so that's nothing to them, right? And then for the Miners, I mean, you have the Wilkes-Barre connections there. Jake Howe, Kayvon Creech. That was those the big connection.
Quick kids, man.
Just speed. And obviously when you have your own quarterback and a fantastic quarterback with that being Jake Howe, it's a recipe for good stuff.
Makes the job so much easier.
It does. And again, Trustin Johnson. Got to talk about Trustin Johnson, man. He played a phenomenal game. He put it all out there defensively as well. He had some really good plays out on defense. And just, a lot of great efforts tonight. And obviously that's a good thing. Again, a shame it ended the way it did. Tempers were flared. Again, it's football. I understand. But you just cost your last couple minutes and possibly winning your last ever high school football game. And for most of these guys, their last ever time putting on the shoulder pads, which I'll tell you guys right
Brody
now.
just has left the field for the final.
Brody is just Pittston guys. There's Hanky down there too. There's
oh yes,
yeah,
all those guys.
There's somebody from Dallas, right?
yeah, it's Alex Seymour.
That's Seymour.
I went to school with his brother. They're always very athletic kids. But
I just am happy to see it. But yeah, trust me, the kids that just played in this game, 2 or 3 years down the line, they're gonna miss this.
Yeah,
the ones who aren't playing anymore. You miss it at some sort of capacity. It hits some people. It hits harder than others, but if you really, it hits you. That's all I got to say. So I hope every single kid, even though it got cut short, I hope they at least soaked it all in for one last time. The ones that played their last ever game.
Absolutely. So that's what we've got for you. Before we go, we just want to thank our presenting sponsors, PAFootballNews.com, which we've got you covered. And boy, did we. Big shouts again to the crew and to the J-Man for keeping us updated on the field in case you weren't able to watch this entirely. And if you were watching entirely, you were watching it on the TJ Productions YouTube channel. If you want it done right, you want TJ Productions providing the best in sports and entertainment. Or you might have been watching the simulcast on CWTAP, really local television, literally right here.
Right there.
I think that's what it is. Graphic guy says yes.
Yes.
So CWTAP, big shouts to them. Really local television, and it is a great channel. And continuing on with some of our other sponsors, Safer Sports, Safer Through Science, Leading Edge Fundraising, a big ups to them. Cutting Edge Fundraising built for teams to raise more, and that's the key there. Also to the Nippy Yinzer YouTube channel. If you want unfiltered Pittsburgh sports content, you want the Nippy Yinzer YouTube channel. And finally, to StreamYard. Stream better, grow faster. You can use the link in the bio for $10 off of your purchase of one of the premium plans. That's all we got for you. 14 all. The final with $1:52 to go. This is the Unico game. Good night from Wilkes-Barre.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for